Tyrone, the masters of Ulster football for the last couple of years, against a Donegal side growing in stature under Jim McGuinness. And it's Tyrone stringing the passes together, and a chance for Muggsy to land the first one of the day, and he has. The late call-up opens the scoring inside the first minute. Owen Mulligan gets Tyrone off the mark. Donnelly with the layoff to Mulligan, looking really confident all the way back out to Ryan McMenamin. Davy Hart with the offload, and it's Philip Jordan to have a right good go here. He pulls the trigger and he makes a really good connection, and Philip Jordan pushes Tyrone 3 points clear. What a start by Mickey Hart's side here in Clonus. Sean Kavanagh, now Kevin Hughes. The angle ball looking for Stephen O'Neill, who's really seen very little of the ball so far, but he's beaten to it on this occasion by Neil McGee, arguably one of the most underrated full-backs in the country. Here comes Donegal. A chance from McBrearty to land their first score, and he has. The 17-year-old from Carrick Vocational School finally gets Donegal off the mark. Swift driving forward again, not being closed down. The offload from Colm Kavanagh. And here's Sean Kavanagh, and that's all too easy for Tyrone. And Kavanagh sticks that one over the bar. And Tyrone coasting at the moment, 5 points to 1 to the good. Brian McGuigan trying to get away from Frank McGlynn. Now Davy Hart breaks through 1-2 challenges. Tyrone still in possession. Still with Davy Hart. Now Donnelly. Angle is difficult. He spots that Mulligan is free, but he rather overcooked that one. Oh, that was telegraphed, and it's Stephen O'Neill who's latched onto it. You don't do that when Stephen O'Neill is around. Still O'Neill, left-footed, no mistake. Well, you just knew when Stephen O'Neill latched onto that one that it was going to end up in a score. Broken up by Michael Hegarty. Now McBrearty, who's got their only score of the game so far. Michael Murphy, now Colin McFadden. Here's Rafferty, a chance for Donegal to land their second point of the game, and Kevin Rafferty has done precisely that. A much needed score for Donegal, scored by midfielder Kevin Rafferty. Brian McGuigan. McGuigan was in oceans of room away from Rafferty. Still Brian McGuigan. Here's Stephen O'Neill arriving at pace. O'Neill left-footed, brilliant block. What a challenge that was. And Donegal win possession back. That's more like it as far as Donegal are concerned. So they need to show that kind of spirit right throughout the 15 on the field of play. And they are taking the game to Tyrone at the moment. With Michael Hegarty. Hegarty now to McFadden, immediately closed down. Kevin Cassidy, left-footed, angled, and that will be a terrific score. I'll tell you what, that is an inspirational score by Kevin Cassidy. It's with Kevin Cassidy, and it's the diagonal crossfield ball. And Tyrone, who are on the attack, suddenly find themselves very much on the defensive. Oh, and that is a terrific start to the second half. And Michael Murphy with a terrific point. Excellent from Donegal. O'Neill in a very, very tight corner, and he's going to go for it here. And Stephen O'Neill, oh, that's typical of the man. In a tight corner, he managed to engineer the room, and he swept it over the bar. What a terrific point that is for Tyrone. Michael Murphy with the layoff. Chance of a goal perhaps here if Donegal play their cards right. Here's McFadden. McFadden, and he scores! Drives it into the roof of the net, and Donegal lead. Colin McFadden with an emphatic finish. Brilliant flowing move, and Donegal get the reward at the end of it all. And composure here from McFadden as he drove it high into the roof of the net. Paddy McGrath shapes to go one way, then the other. Lacey with the offload. Now Kevin Cassidy, and he's been caught high there by Kevin Hughes. And the referee, Joe McQuillan, will brandish the yellow card. And Donegal have possession of the ball back once again. Great defending by Neil McGee, the man from Gweedore. Kevin Hughes has just been yellow carded. A high challenge on Michael Hegarty. There's a big decision coming here for Joe McQuillan. If he spotted that infringement, there's a yellow card being issued by Joe McQuillan, and Kevin Hughes is off. And Tyrone will see out the remainder of this game with just 14 players. It remains utterly absorbing. Tyrone have possession with Colm Kavanagh. Colm Kavanagh trying to pick out Sean Kavanagh. Tight situation. Penrose goes for it, and Penrose has levelled up the game. Martin Penrose coolly dispatches that one over the crossbar, and it's all square. It's a draw game at the moment. Tyrone probing, looking for the score here. It's a loose ball. Carl Lacey is trying to get there for Donegal, and they have it back. Donegal have won possession back. Now, is there going to be a winning score here for Donegal? It's real end-to-end stuff at the moment. You just cannot take your eyes off this game. Paddy McBrearty lobs it into space, but it's a poor ball. And it's an opportunity for Donegal. It's Malloy. Malloy with a chance to seal it, and he has. Donegal are heading to the Ulster final. Murphy with the offload. Malloy, bang, it's a goal. Donegal trying to work it wide and wind down the clock at this late stage, and the full-time whistle goes, and Donegal have done it. Donegal are through to the Ulster final. They've had to do it the hard way. 6 points to 1 down with 26 minutes played, but they stuck at it and they have come good. And Tyrone, the Ulster champions, have been beaten here. Donegal go through to a meeting with Derry in the Ulster final on the 17th of July. Donegal 2 goals and 6 points. Tyrone 9 points.
Tyrone in the first half early in the game were putting on a masterclass, to be honest with you, and I've seen them doing that on a number of occasions, and more than, I suppose, the few scores before the break, what we really wanted to do was we wanted to get them into the dressing room, we wanted to sit them down, we wanted to relax them down and explain to them, that all the things we've been working on all year weren't happening, and they needed to start happening. And I suppose, in fairness, nearly every single player on the pitch in the second half upped their performance and upped their intensity level, and I suppose upped their decision making to a decent level too.
Yeah, and there was no comment from the Tyrone camp after the match. A great win for Donegal, Tony Davis. Is there concerns this could be the end of the great Tyrone team, or is it too soon to say that?
Well, it's definitely too soon to say it is the end of it, because I suppose Tyrone in the first half totally dominated the game. But I think Donegal will have learned an awful lot from this game. They were totally dominated. Right coming up to the start of the first half, they came back, they got 3 points. That shows a good...
In this match again today?
There was issues today, yeah, but I think the referee got them right, actually, in the incidents we're going to show. We're going to show here this Joe McMahon guy out for the ball, and in he comes and gives him a belt in the head. But I think the referee's interpretation here is that he's going for the ball. Clearly he misses the ball, and that's the interpretation the ref took from it. The next thing here is Kevin Hughes. Definitely a yellow card. I don't think he can have any argument with that. And the second time, I think the referee got this right as well. This is a yellow card as well. So I think Joe McQuillan got his calls right. I suppose there could be an argument made with the first tackle that it was a high tackle and Joe McMahon had to go off. But the argument could be made as well from where the ref was looking at it that he did go and try and play the ball.
Kevin,
The first one, I don't think I could agree with you, Tony, on the first one.
Liam McClone was the guy.
Yeah, that was dangerous. It was high. It was reckless to a certain degree as well. And I wouldn't concur that the referee got it right. I would on the double yellow on Kevin Hughes's ones, but no, that was dangerous. He was brought off, didn't he? He went off injured.
He went off
as a
injured.
result
But
of
again,
it.
the consequences are okay. It's terrible for Joe.
Castlebar for us. Martin Carn.